You've forced my hand, Mark. I'm gonna have to talk during this one now. You've forced my hand, Mark. I'm gonna have to talk during this one. Whoa, echo. Oh, is that a new thing? Why is it not working right now, even in StreamYard? Facebook must have done some hoo-ha. Now, what was it doing? Okay, we're already imaging. Yes, it does. I was avoiding the mic as long as I could. For some reason, I also keep playing my same comment there. Alright, first image down, only 1, 2, 3, what are we doing? Doing all 7 filters. 1 out of 70, 120 seconds. That'll be a few hours worth. So what we're also going to do is pop open PixInsight. There we go. Okay. Never worked in StreamYard, always responded to messages directly. I did not know that. That should show. Good. Okay. So this is the easy stacking scripts in PixInsight. Actually, I bet just move some files around. Because we took a lot of images of the SMC earlier. Can't wait for live streams with Orion. Yes, absolutely. What? Only a couple more months, and we'll be able to do them at within a normal time frame. So this is the easy stacking utility that Anne-Marie and I think Andy also uses. Just starting with infrared. Tell it to start watching the folder. There's already a file there, so it's going to pick up. It already knows there's 2. That'll start stacking away. as the files arrive. Where's my messages? There it is. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that that link that ended up on the Facebook one I did the other day. Message from Facebook saying they had added a link to it, and it was some Spanish TV station. Sent a response to them and said, "Get it off my post," and it disappeared. But I saw no message saying why it was there in the first place. So can I just again? No, I can't. Not that one. So 3 images so far. That's definitely blown out for infrared. But that's okay. This will be a luminance. And I might not even use it. The other day when I stacked Orion, I don't think I even used infrared, but I pretty much always take it. If anything, I can use it for a star mask. Oh, I wonder. No, I don't have that there, do I? Another image coming in. Little light coming back through the back of this. Four images stuck there now. Hmm. Five now. Definitely got a lot of definition in here now. Ooh. There's a couple of things lacking with this live stacking wizard. I might need to just update. Hopefully he's brought out some more features. One is that there's only one histogram type arrangement. There is a histogram in here, but you can't do anything with it. The other is once you get your stacks, thanks Mark, thank you very much. Once you get your stacks all lined up, so you do your infrared, your red, green, blue, or narrowband, you can then do a live RGB stack, which only gives RGB, so it doesn't give you luminance. I think it's more than anything just to be able to give a guide as you're going, and you can create, once you've got at least, I think it's at least 2 frames, you can, 2 frames in each of your 3 sets of filters, and you create your live stack. You can do an RGB stack and it'll show it here, so you'll end up with all your stacks up top and an RGB comes in at the front. You can save off, you do an export of all your live stacks, it exports them to your workspace, but the RGB stack doesn't. So it's something that's been I certainly did put it in as a feature request. I don't know how many others have, but it would be great if you could just quickly, send that RGB stack off as well, because at the moment, effectively what I've got to do after this comes in, after everything's all stacked, is bring up AstroPixel processor, which I'll put all my lights into and stack, and then bring into PixInsight to combine, and then bring into Photoshop to edit. So in the meantime, we've just got to let this run through, and I'll go on mute for it because there's not much happening for the next while. Probably, what are we talking? 120 seconds. We've got 3 more of these, so 3 minutes plus. I might pop back on at the start of each of these, but then there's roughly 20 minutes per filter set before there's anything more to add. Just chill to the music, which is supposed to be royalty free, as far as Restream has noted it to be. So we'll wait and see. Right, so first lot of subs are finished now, and it's just doing a quick plate solve to make sure it's still on target. You can tell with this image being a bit lighter, that's just the 10-second image. It's done with plates as part of the plate solve, so I can quickly check if we go. Actually, that might not be. Let me just check one of these 20-second ones. Yeah. Okay, so it hasn't moved much. That's good. And it did a plate solve and didn't actually say it had to sync anyway. So, which we can see back. I think we can see it on. No, we can't because it's not a separate plate solve. It's part of the actual sequence. So what we can do back over here now is we've got our 10 images. Excuse me. I've got our 10 images there. Just going to adjust the mic a little. Excuse me. So we will now do a new stack. And in this case here, we've got all our new images. We're just got to wait for the first one to come through, which is HA. Previous ones I did the other day were 60 seconds, and I was quite happy with those. Eventually, that gave me just that'll go. That gave me this. So you can see, I'll make sure I'm slightly closer to the corner now because I've sorted out some filters. This was with 1¼ inch filters instead of 36mm, which is a better size for this camera. But I've only got an Edge HD, Edge 8 HD, Edge HD 8. I've never know, actually, not even HD, Edge 8 Celestron, which actually doesn't quite have the visual back size for that camera. So that's what it is, unstretched. Quite a lot of light in it, and the thing is, I might even have more light than what I want in these, because you can see even in here, and this one was a bit brighter than really what I should have had. I had trapezium not too overexposed, so we'll see how it goes. So we've now got our first HA. Look at the difference in the type of light that's there. So we've drifted just a little bit down, but it's still all pretty good as long as we don't keep going down, and I'll just check that by the next filter. So we'll just start that watching now. Oops. Oh, how did I go back to that? Okay, start that watching now. Alright, so doing a dither. So there's that. Just doing a bit of a learn more on that issue with posting, and there it is. So personal profiles, public pages, it's fine for Facebook replies. But Facebook groups and personal profiles not, which I've done this as a personal profile. I probably could have done this to the LKLM Media Facebook page and it would have been okay. What have we got? Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I posed the question once a while ago that, and a couple of people, I think Stefan Noble was one who'd mentioned, and someone else sort of against sort of my thoughts on this, but which I'm fine to take that. They're the professionals. That if we were in the areas such as Orion, if we were on, say, a planet around this star here, I posed the question, would we see all of this nebulosity as it was? And the answer is more than likely not. It's simply that because from a distance it's so concentrated from a distance, but not when you get up. It's sort of like when you're driving through fog. You can't see the fog close to you, but and visibility might only be 50 or 100 meters down the road. But by the time you get to that 100 meters, you can see another 100 meters and another 100 meters. But beyond that, all you see is fog. And it's just the concentration of the density of the particles. So there's every chance that it would, just like looking out from there, we wouldn't see that sort of lighter nebulosity. Mind you, you've got some pretty bright stars that are more than likely a hell of a lot closer than the some that are closer to us now. So this is, we've got a couple of stacks to that one now. Yeah, I think I only thought about it just now. It's hard trying to explain it sometimes. I posted, I can't remember where I even posted the question, but I don't think I had many queries back, and someone else must have asked it during one of the ASV live streams. And I think Stefan answered it along the way of just saying, yeah, you wouldn't see it, but I don't think he used, I don't think he even used the analogy. Like if we go, yes, horribly dark. And that's the other thing, looking at something like this, like, as you said, just chilling in space. I mean, that's 12 light years across, or perhaps that way. That the mind boggles that it takes light at 12 years to get from there to there. I mean, we saw the ISS overhead tonight, probably about half an hour late in setting everything up tonight. I probably could have slewed to it and tracked it, but my wife saw it going overhead, just sort of stepped outside to talk to me, and she's gone, "Oh, there's a satellite." And I looked up, and it was so bright, it absolutely had to be the ISS, which is actually transiting the moon at 5:58 tomorrow morning. Oh, sorry, this morning, another 3.5 hours, 3 and a bit hours. Unfortunately, it's in the west, so not going to see it. But just looking at that, by the time it went overhead to the horizon was only about 2 minutes, and of course it's travelling some 26,000 kilometres an hour, nowhere near the speed of light, but the distance it travelled being so close, to then think about the fact that if it was doing its 26,000 k's an hour, it would take it, the time to get from here to here would be hundreds of thousands of years, millions of years potentially. Yet light goes from here to here in 12 years. I wonder if I can. No, I can't adjust it. It is pretty dark. I might have probably had to. Bump the gain on those. That's probably okay. It'll be okay to stack. By the time we get to silicon, that's absolutely. By the time we get to the SI, we will see from memory there's a lot of structure in silicon, which is interesting. I wonder if I can. So I had that was oxygen, silicon, hydrogen. So oxygen for red, silicon for green, and hydrogen for blue. Then there's your RGB. So these are from just a couple of days ago, 60-second subs. Oops, yep. Oh, not that image. Then what did we have? We had so you can see that the definitely more definition. You can see the trapezium there, and that one is hydrogen, oxygen, silicon. Yep, sorry, I'm just trying to find where is the other one. So that was hydrogen, oxygen, silicon as red, green, blue, and the last one, so hydrogen, silicon, oxygen. Sulfur. Why have we been saying silicon? And yeah, definitely a lot better in that combination in seeing the trapezium. I just love it with this one, how the green down here is basically lurking. Like, so that would have actually been, so that's the silicon. This is what I'm saying, like when we get to the silicon, you can't see it yet here, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's there and it's defined, but it's just sort of looking around the corner in the shadows. I love Orion. What have we got? 7. Alright, gonna go back to mute for a moment, keep watching Netflix while this goes through to the next subs. I don't even know what I'm watching. What is it? It is called. Oh, there it is. Copyright infringement now. Identity. Identity. It's a suspenseful thriller of some sort that I think I've seen sometime in the past. So here's our sulfur. They're probably a little bit too dark. Let me just go in and which is interesting because I'm sure we had it darker than that. Oops, the other day. Stop that. Start it again. You can definitely see that sulfur's where I was able to get this to not blow out. Ooh, that's nice. That's not a long dither. No, it wasn't a dither. So just check that. So I think that's dropped. So what we might do, easy way to sort that out. Now hang on, did we not get a 10th HA sub, or it just couldn't stack it? Getting myself lost. Okay. So we got 10, but it was not sufficient. Alright, there we go. Back here. That's dropped. Alright, stop watching that. Yeah, second one, let's see where that is. Yeah, so it's down again. We want to probably drag that back up. So we will stop that. Second 500. We'll remove that. Probably back up and over to there. Oops, didn't loop. Where's my, oh, north, south. More. Too much. The other east. Just see where that is. Okay. Just compare those. Okay, down just a little. Tiny bit. Change that so I don't stuff it up again. Stop those and let's start that one again. I'll delete. That's already there. Done. Bit of movement in that one, that's no good. So I might have to add another one to that. Where did that go? Still can't add it in here yet. That was the did one before, and there's another thing is you can't remove these from here. What I can do though is if I export stacks, okay, that's your HA. Oop, come on. That's the silicon, so we close that one. So yes. Come back in here. Oops. And that one there, and then we've got our stacks again. So that's handy. Alright, where are you up to? 10 seconds, no. Okay. That's better. Oh, what was that little? What's that little something? Let's look for that on the next frame. Screenshot that. Where was I? Okay. Well, it is well, I suppose it is 2:30 from what I can see, Mike. So fair enough. Yeah, if I should well assume that this one will hopefully be better than the previous one. So I'll throw them in. I'll probably throw them on Flickr and then just post some links in the ASV Astro members pages. What was I up to? Okie dokie, start anew. Oh, I thought I got rid of those ones. Okay. Let me just check. Oh yeah, that's the one with the little doodad in it. So we'll start watching and we'll get 2 out of that. Oh, 3 already. What are the chances I had these set for... Oh, look how flat that's gone. But look how horrible it looks ahead of that. What is that? That's dithering, okay. Interesting. Evening, Jen. Whoops. Keep double clicking my buttons. Hang on, where's my other window? There's my response. Okay. The wrong ones. There we go. And now, do I have 4th? Yes, we do. wow. Look at all that. Wrong window. Ignore that. Hang on just a sec. Yeah, now it's on the other window. What have we got? Another one. These ones seem to be going faster for some reason. Anyway, where are they up to? 4, so they'll be a while. I am going to jump back to mutant status and keep watching Netflix. Alright, so where are we at now? We are moving on to the extra silicon, although I might not need it, but it's going to stack it anyway. Then we'll be on to oxygen. Then red, green, blue. So another hour's worth after that. It'll be what? Bit after 4. Awesome. Have to say it probably helps that it's a Victorian public holiday, so alright, so where is that? That's probably a little bit far down again. Let's wait until it does its solve, and we want this star here to probably be up around here. So we're already starting, so we'll stop you, start you. It's not far off, so oops, gotta stop this. Four. That'll do. 2, 3, 4. That'll do. Settle down. Clear. Clear. And go. So, here, stop watching that. So we've got IR, silicon, and HA. Just for kicks, just like I mentioned earlier, let's just see what happens if we go and create an RGB stack out of this data. I imagine it'll look red. Oh, there we go. It's not too bad an image, in fact. Kind of orange. So let's just muck around with the order a bit. Wow. I think that's even probably greener on the stream than what it's showing here. Oops, why did it do that? Well, the vibrance there, that's beautiful. The definition here. Stars are obviously extremely red, but so let's shift silicon in here. Oh, look at that. That doesn't look that far off. my oxygen. Where are we? Yeah, that's not far off. In fact, it's even more vibrant than my oxygen sulfur hydrogen. And this here is a processed image. That's unprocessed. A lot of red here. But these are nice and defined. Yeah, I think these are going to be some pretty good images. I've still got the vignetting, but that's why I've been pushing this just right into the corner here, because I know it just on the edge of the vignette, and there's certainly not as much data out here anyway. So, but there's a lot of light nebulosity out here, so I wanted to keep that free. Nothing I can do about missing what's down here, because I don't want to push that off the top. Look at that, that's beautiful. Alright, we'll stop that now and see if we've got some oxygen. We do. So this is the oxygen, looking similar to HA, which is good. There's a little more definition in here rather than down here, which is good because that means that by the time we stack, that's what will fill up this data. Well, so we can start anew. Oh, we've got two oxygens. So where are they? Oops. So we had AJ. Okay, they're all not too far apart. That's good. Start that watching. We'll get the second out of that. That just went. I saw that go bright. And these will stack down when I stack them in Astro Pixel Processor. And I'm not going to use any BIOS files for these. Any calibration. So part of the reason for that is the ASI 2600 mm. It's clean. There's maybe a need to do some flats, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. We'll set a light box up. Might do that tomorrow during the day. Some sky flats, but darks I did do, and there's just next to zero noise in them at all. It's an amazing sensor. So we've got 2 on this. We'll let this get to 3 on that. We'll let that get all the way through, and then what I can do is I can start stacking them in APP, do an initial stack while the RGB are running as well. Mutant time. So I'm just going to run a quick. Okay, so this is just stacking a 6th frame. So just as soon as it's done that, I can actually click on the Rgb stacking now that we've got multiple frames in each of these stacks. And as it stacks a new frame into this, it restacks the Rgb. combination. So it just did the O3 and it should be doing the RGB now, or sorry, it's just done it, and that's the current result. So definitely happy with that, because that's unprocessed for the same let me just, come on, grab that, cannot grab the corner of that image, there we go. So that's the same filter combination, only a few nights ago. Processed, unprocessed, and it's just the difference of going from 60-second subs in this one to 2-minute subs in this one, and yeah, definitely happy with that. But I'm still going to do the RGB as well. What have we got? 6 here, and that is about 4 seconds away, so we'll see this happen. So we'll see this will now find the file. I can't, oh, there we go, I can change that. Oh, there we go. So here we go, it's found the file, changes the stack. You can't do anything while it's stacking. Then this is changed to a play symbol. Alright, you can see it's actually showing that it's doing the RGB. Now it's stopped stacking. So there we go, we've now got another bit more data. You can tell this is sort of green, so that's going to be HA down there. Where there's a bit more silicon, is actually a green. So that's the silicon, yeah. So as I said, there was more data in the sulfur down here. There's a lot in the HA as well. So if we look back at that, I suppose it is blue green, isn't it? It's kind of an aqua teal sort of, yeah. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, so by the time I stack these in APP and picks inside and such, that's roughly what the RGB should look like. So what we're going to do is stop that one stacking, and we're already about to go on to red. I think that might be the... Yep, that's our plate solve, so that's actually stayed pretty good. So we'll leave that run. Not too sure how much gain I need on these ones, so we'll just sort of wait and see. But what I might do straight away is, while that's going, this is the quick and dirty stacking. There's a lot of better methods to do this, and it's not the sort of the final thing, so I'm going to stack them all anyway. So sorry, I should start from scratch. So what we're going to do is grab the lights. We should be probably putting flats and darks, but I'm not doing in this case. So all our lights, go to the folder where they are. Got infrared, HA, sulfur, not silicon. Actually, I should have two eyes there. That would probably unconfuse me. And oxygen. Select to open them all. They've all FITS files, which means they have the filter header tag, so it knows which filter to use. We're only doing one session. Actually, I could probably do multiple sessions with this, because I'm going to do it. I love in APP how it colorizes everything. Mind you, sulfur and IR, don't know what the color difference there is, and I don't know if that one's slightly grayer at the bottom. I'm not going to do any calibration again, because I don't have any calibration frames. Set it to analyze stars. So while that's running, we'll pop back over here. That's what our first red looked like. Drop that. That's not too bad. So I can subsequently pop over here. And run a red. Now, because I'm not doing the full stacking and exporting these ones in PixInsight, I don't really have to be doing these in here. It's just to do the live stacking as a part of the video, so you can see them coming together. So I can start that off. Oops, no, I've already started it. I've added it in. Start watching folder. And next one's in a couple of moments. We'll get back to APP. That's just registering all of these. So the first part of this is finding the reference frames based on the number of stars it can see and which frame it thinks the best. And typically I've had green, it comes up the best in the RGB. More than likely one of the infrareds will in here, but it could even be the sulfur. You saw how clear they were over here, so they're pretty clear, but it depends on how much light there is as well, because when it's doing it at this level here. So find program, and HA is the winner. Very rare that I've had that. So that's the integrated reference frame. Quality on these is actually kind of low compared to what I've seen. So showing the star and that's sort of to be expected with narrowband shots anyway. But still, I'm reasonably confident they're going to come up okay. So don't need to do a registration. It's already registered the file. Normalize. We can normalize it to make sure all our it's going to take a lot longer than what I want to use here, but it will normalize all the background noise and sort of contrast and brightness in each of the files. Sort of bring one lot up and bring one lot down to the median point. So I'm not going to do that, but that would give you slightly better views. And again, there's a whole lot of things you can change in here, but I'm just going to go straight to integrate. So this is M42 Orion narrowband only. But that's just going to go away and do its thing. So we've already got 3 reds here now. That's our silicon. Here's our reds. Stars are looking nice. Definition's good there. Now, what's that look like? Yep, nice. All right, I'll let both of those go and come back when I've got something probably in APP. Alright, so that was pretty quick. We've now got 4 files that have registered. So what we're going to do is, so even though we've been doing these this stacking, I'll do an export of those, so I can work on them later. Alright, so these are our I'm going to drag in our 4 subs. Actually, what I'll do is I will go to another workspace, makes it a bit cleaner. We'll pull out the Rgb combination, screen transfer, and history transfer. So it's going to be these ones. Again, I probably won't use IR. I probably won't use that there. So what we want to try and look at is, what was our combination? It was OSH. So we're going to go for red oxygen. For green, green sulfur. Blue HA. And we'll just see what that does with luminance. Oh, what happened there? I reset them. I knew I'd pressed the wrong button at some point. It was oxygen, sulfur, oh, look at that. More than likely horrible. And it'll be because of that. Oh, look at that. Ugh. So let's remove the luminance. Oh, what happened there? Why did they reset themselves again? Okay. Oxygen. Sulfur. Ha-ah. That is better. I can tell straight away. There we go. So that's basically the same as what we had before, which is good. Alright, now channel weights, we'll probably leave them as they are for the moment. This is just a quick stack. I'll process these more over the weekend. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to go grab the history transform now. And what I'm going to do is bring up the preview. I'm going to drag this down onto there. Going to apply it. Then we're going to drop that and drop that. Save. We're gonna go. M42. New folder. 24. 9. This one is M42 OSH. 16 bits, so I can manipulate that a bit quicker in Photoshop. Now, what I'm going to do is just swap these around a little bit and get those same combinations again that I had. So that's HOS and also HSO. So we will go H O S. Get rid of that. A little color in that. Again, very similar to my previous ones. So we'll drag that onto there. Apply. Get rid of that. Let's go for SHO. Grains. Right. Down here. I actually didn't do SHO the other day. Right, and the last one was HSO. Yes. Oh, no, I did HSO before. Was that one, wasn't it? Which means I haven't done. HOS. There it is, just that swapping of the pink and green. So we will drag that, 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 that. Oh, what was that? That was HOS, of course. What's our other combinations? HOS, HSO. OS, we've got, we should have SRH. That's just the opposite of our SHO. OSH, sorry, it's the opposite of the OSH. Yep. Yes, 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 yes. Oops, and yes. So we've got HOS, HSO, OSH, SOH, and now we need SHO and we get SOH. We don't have OHS. There should be 6 combinations. OHS. And this one will OH. Yes. OHS. Okay, yes. Alright, just rambling. Alright, now during all that time we have shifted onto green over here. That's dropped just a little bit, but it's not too bad. So actually finished doing these quick combines here. Alright, we can go back to here. understood. Yep, sorry, wrong ones. Oop. 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 So the red, we were in the middle of stacking. Tell it to watch the folder. It'll go all the way through that. While that's happening, we will open our images. Oh, starting to slow down a few things now. Alright, so which one looks the best to do something on just here? Probably this one, because we've still got some light in there. So I'm just going to do the curves. We can do curves and levels. Let's just have a quick look with levels. We can get rid of a bit of black there. Keep that where it is. Now ideally I probably want to get rid of everything on the outside, otherwise we're adjusting levels and curves that are not what we want. However, if there was any possibility that I want to stack any other images, or if I've got individual frames such as those other frames earlier out of AstroPixel Processor, and I might want to add them in as layers in any way, then I really need to keep everything the same size. So I already did levels, that's fine. Mouse is a bit slow in responding all of a sudden. So what I like to do with the curves is use this kind of picking tool, and then find the dark spots, drag them down, drag up anything, and that just works all the way along the curve. Alright, so that's obviously horrible. And then it goes too bright and so on. It's very minor. And we can work within the red, within the individual color spaces as well. A little bit too much then. Green, whereabouts is that? It's not too bad. There's not a huge amount to do with this. I'd probably end up doing a few bits of Maybe some. Oops. There's a whole lot of. There's another video in doing all of this. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. Change to a layout. See, the mouse is kind of really playing up. Little things like high pass filtering to get a little bit of detail out. See how that just sharpens it up slightly. And then we could go to soften it. Oh. So what we might, so that's extremely heavy. If we sharper, soft. Too heavy there. But we can do, oops, we can go with the hard light. But then drop the amount. Merge the layers. So if we look at that now, if we Control Z that. Oh, what happened there? Okay, hang on. Yes, that's right. Control Z. Right. So that's it's hard. So this was before. Getting used to the fact that they changed these. So that was before. There was a bit of softness to it. Run the high pass. So now we've still got a bit of softness, but we've got some bit more definition as well. So we can do that again. Duplicate. This is annoying that the mouse is doing that. And we're going to drop that. Actually, I don't want to do two of these, so I'm just going to drop it by half. And this time, see, let's just do going for pin light. Around 70%. This is just a bit of arbitrary stuff. There's nothing exact about these. It's just really eyeballing it. Reduce a bit of noise. Which we're looking at this sort of noise. This is all ISO noise. Really, so that'll soften it just a little bit as well. Right, and then I'll probably finish off on these. Oops. can see what that does to the highlight, to the core there. So there's nothing at all there, but I'm just dragging it back slightly. But we still want the hole. We don't want it back that far. That just looks... It's not too bad there. Keep the colour up, that just washed out. Good, and then the mid-tones. Just enough to take the contrast down, and then we want to come back here. Oh, sorry, highlights. Just lost my mouse. Okay, it's doing that thing. Okay, so I'll probably have to finish there because I've now just lost the mouse. Oh, there we go. Okay. What is that? What on earth is that down there? So what I'm going to do... What on earth is this? What I am going to do is we're going to save that. Don't grab. Whatever it is, I'm going to have to cut it back to that now. So I think we've gotten all the different layers there. We've got our vignetting a little bit in the corner there. That's pretty much it. So I'll export that and I'll keep... oh, we're onto the blues. Looks a little bit washed out, but otherwise I think it's okay. We can stop watching reds. In fact, we're supposed to go on to greens as well. So we can grab the greens. Grab the blues. Start watching the greens. They will stack. And look at that, at 6 to 4 in the morning, and there's spam followers on Twitch. Why not? Commenters at least. Alright, save that off, and might even at some point I'll touch these up, darken them up around the edges. Just a bit of that. A bit of dehazing. Oops, shadows. Dump the whites. And it's too obvious, isn't it? Not too bad. That'll do, I reckon. Right, nighty night.